Welcome to the implementation overview video for the number fluency 1 to 10 number bonds. How we help you set up the evaluation. The first thing we ask you to do is identify two similar ability classes. Both classes will complete the pre-assessment test. The What Teachers platform will then randomly allocate one class to the intervention and one to the comparison group. The intervention group will use this for the duration of the trial. The comparison will continue as business as normal. At the end of the evaluation, both groups complete the post-assessment test, which is the same as the pre. You'll input the scores into the What Teachers platform and generate an impact report. If the intervention shows promise, you can then open this up to the comparison class. So let's look at this from a step-by-step planning approach. Step 1. Identify two similar ability classes to participate in the evaluation from the same year group. Step 2. Read the intervention schedule and print off the flashcard packs for each of the numbers. These are included in the resource folder. One piece of feedback, particularly with class level, is this could be potentially used as a PowerPoint rather than the flashcards because they can be quite small to see from the front. Step 3. Complete the pre-assessment maths test with both classes. Record the marks in the Excel tracker located in the resource folder and then input these into the pre-test on the trial wizard. As you're using class level data, it's probably best for one teacher to read out the scores and for the other to input this into the platform to save time. So moving on to implementation. Using the trial wizard on the What Teachers platform, it will randomly assign classes to the intervention and the comparison group. Step 5. The intervention group of students in the class will follow the delivery schedule for the daily number fluency lessons. The comparison group will continue business as usual for the duration of the trial. And step 6, complete the post-assessment maths test, which is the same as the pre to both the intervention and the comparison classes. Record the marks in the Excel tracker and then input these into the post-test on the trial wizard. You'll then complete a short process evaluation and then click Analyze to generate an impact report for your school. So the intervention, it's a targeted number fluency intervention that focuses on Year 1 pupils. The intervention is delivered by a teacher, and each session will take approximately 10 to 15 minutes. How it works. So there's a regular number fluency lesson. So the teacher delivers the daily number fluency lesson following the 6-week schedule. It's a 15 to 10 minute daily intervention. The resource folder includes the flashcards for the number bonds for the fact families, with each card representing a number bond sum, such as 0 plus 6 equals 6 or 6 plus 0 equals 6, with the answer displayed on the reverse. And finally, you review the learning. So in this schedule, you will see that when the facts are to be reviewed to reinforce the learning using a systematic approach. So how to implement the intervention. The school that developed this has shared their schedule, which goes through week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4, week 5, and week 6. In the resource folder, you will see a PDF for the flashcards for each number. You can print these off from the planning sheet so you know which ones are required for each day. Possibly with class versions, you might want to use a PowerPoint for this, but this is optional for you. And that's some of the advice that we've had back from teachers who've delivered this in the past year. You will also see a tracking spreadsheet in the resource folder, which allows you to link an anonymized learner ID to a student. And moving on to key considerations, logistical issues need to be considered before using a targeted number fluency strategy as an intervention. So is there a suitable time in the day for this to be delivered? Make sure you print off the delivery schedule in advance. If you've got any resources that you're going to be using, are these printed off in advance? And will you potentially link this to any rewards? So logistical barriers are common in any intervention delivered in schools, so it's just important to consider these prior to starting. Moving on to the assessment. So the pre-assessment task is the PowerPoint that you will find in the resource folder. This is timed 20 time questions at 8 seconds per question. You'll also find in the resource folder a pupil answer template. So please record the score for each learner in the Excel tracker and then input this into the What Teachers platform. At the end of the evaluation, you just repeat this process. It's the same assessment that's used to measure the progress and the effectiveness of the intervention. Please record the score for each learner in the Excel tracker and then input this again into the What Worked Teachers platform. If you can complete the assessment under test conditions, it can be delivered by the teacher or a teaching assistant. Use the included PowerPoint, which is the same for the pre and the post, and then just make sure you record your pre and post assessment scores on the tracking spreadsheet and then in the platform. So that is the end of your implementation guidance. The next step is to download the research protocol and then your resource folder before entering the trial wizard.